What's poppin', YouTube? We back at it. Q on the mission. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment. I'm at it with a new video. I want y'all to understand that for the chosen ones, that we need to maintain focus. We need to sit out in nature on a daily basis. We cannot get distracted. We need to pour our love into ourselves. The ways by doing that is working out. I worked out earlier this morning. As soon as I got up, I worked out. I sat down with myself, pour love into the energy, into myself. And I thought about my thoughts. And I wasn't in control, so I gained control by letting them flow. You see? I came up with ideas to process the mind. After I got an idea of the mindset that I need to head to, I visualized how that thought could contribute to myself. For instance, I don't want to hold this camera like this, man. That shit hurt. But for instance, I was sitting down here right now, and I was thinking of ways to get attention on the internet. Most of it is mainstream, controversy, drama, money. You know, you gotta flex some money. You want people to be attached and to want to be like you. You see? People like what they can't have. People like what they can't be, and if they like what they can't. They only can see, you know, because their energy is zapped in through this portal of what we call the phone, the matrix, right? So in order for us to gain attention and monetize the internet, we have to take control of the algorithm. You see, the algorithm doesn't push spirits videos like this. The algorithm pushes controversy, drama, killings, deaths, anything to put you in a fear state or zap your energy into this algorithm. You see, and most of these apps, they get paid, they get sponsored, they get money from instilling life force and energy from people. This is why I don't use TikTok or Instagram like that. I try to delete those on a daily basis. I get on those when I'm absolutely bored out of my mind and I already took control a little bit of myself, and I pour love into myself after that. I do go on Instagram for a little bit. TikTok, I don't use TikTok at all anymore, but I want to start using it to get into the algorithm, you know, pushing ourselves, because this in this day and age of society in 2024, 2025, I mean, we have short attention spans. You see, we're so caught up in the distractions, but we're not following our own peace and alignment with the universe, causing us to lose ourselves in the moment and think about the future or the past. So the algorithm is the key thing to making it in this Instagram and TikTok and all this shit. But once you blow up, and most of the people that blows up on the internet are used to push agenda. They get paid from agencies or what we call the label, but it's just a source that's using money to push them, and then let them go when they're ready to pay. They gotta pay. They give them an advance for a label. Let's say rappers. Then we have TikTok media, social media niggas, and we got Instagram niggas. Those niggas, bro, they're getting paid in the moment. They're not. Some of them are longevity, like you see, DDG or you know, Solo Minati or Bruce Drop 'Em Off. All these big time mainstream niggas, they're not. They have longevity because they're getting paid from a source. You see, Solo Minati, he was doing the spiritual stuff. I seen he took a break off the spiritual stuff. He lost his brother, and now he's back on YouTube, but he's doing collabs. I think he used the spiritual thing in 2020. They used him for spirituality, but he wasn't really locked in with the shit. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to sacrifice his YouTube channel, and He didn't want to sacrifice his fame and money. So what he did was he got into the minds. He broke the algorithm, because back in 2020 and when it was COVID, there was an algorithm of spiritual content. So he got into that spiritual content. He tapped in. He was getting clowned for it. Now people are tapping into their spirituality. There's no top YouTuber that's really showing off and making money off this shit and having popularity. So now he's tapping back into the mainstream. I believe he's gonna come back to the spirituality side of YouTube. But this is a key thing of watching your mistakes and growing from them. You see, when you get into the algorithm, you gotta keep that longevity. You gotta be consistent, or you're gonna lose the algorithm and them pushing out the views to your videos. So it's not about consistency, it's consistency. A lot of people think it's about consistency. It's not that plays a little part of it, but it's about algorithm, and it's about being organically you. You see, we can't fake ourselves. People can see when you're faking yourself. So that's ways to blow up online, on the internet. Just being consistent. When you get into the algorithm, then you keep pushing out the drama. We want to push out drama, which is like controversial topics that's going to keep the comments rolling. Hate is really a good thing. You know, DDG is capitalizing off hate, and he's getting views. People are watching him because he has drama in his life with Halle, and he's going around creating beefs, dirty macking. It was, you know, making topics and controversial things that's going to surround his name by. And he's capitalizing off of that. And he's making money. Anything that DDG does, anything that these black YouTubers are doing, they're planned. You know, they don't just come up with these ideas. The industry is pushing out the agenda for them to do that. And money, these distractions are distracting us from the real things that really truly matter. The people that has low income, the people that's not making enough money to survive in this world, you know, Donald Trump, the government, all these things, they're hiding these things. You know what I'm saying? They're just distracting us with things that don't matter. You know, that's not it don't bring any progression in life, but they want to block off the YouTubers. There's no algorithm for spiritual YouTubers at all. We're underground, we're hidden, you know? But in true actuality, the internet is not real life. In real life, people are going through really, really, really bad traumas. People are really going through things that they can't control in their mind. They can't find themselves. They're falling in the trap of the rat race, you know, making money. But they're not surviving. They're not doing things that they need to do to really control the universe and the internal, but they're worried about the external so much due to distractions. So if you really want to make it online and capitalize off a brand, you need to join the algorithm. You need to join the matrix. And that's not bad, you see? But there's people that's at the top of the game that's really distracting everybody from making the small creators create their lives that can capitalize and monetize themselves off the internet. So it's really deep. It's really deep to think about, and a lot of people are really doing anything for clout. So it's up to the person. Are they really want to sell their soul? Do they want to join the industry? Do they want to capitalize off of being controlled to push an agenda? Or do you want to be organically you? I don't think there's a mixture of both, because regardless, whoever's controlling the mainstream internet and the algorithm, they can make you fall off. They can make you not get any views anymore. You know, they won't push your content. So the longevity is to create a brand, personal brand, anything. But if you don't want to sell your soul, then there's no ways of doing that. You cannot keep the longevity in the internet mainstream or whatever. You can't monetize yourself unless you join the industry. You make content with these creators that's distracting and pushing the agenda. Streamer University, things like these, big old distractions, murders, rappers dying, labels getting money from life insurance off the rappers that's signed to the label. It's really deep off the internet, and the internet is making the most money. This is where all the money is going to the internet. brands are blowing up. The brands are using popularity from content creators, and they're using that to gain more attention to their brands. That's the easy way to pay off creators to do a brand deal and promote your brand. But the internet is really the key to making money. Everything is the internet. You know, we order food, we order clothing, we order everything. Like everything is mainly online. You know, even buying an ID, driver license, you got to make an appointment online. Everything is online. So putting down the phone is really this is the biggest distraction. This is the closest distraction to you. Every time you pick up your phone, you're distracting yourself from this external reality. In the internal reality, you're putting your energy all the way into this portal. So people like us, Rashad Jamal, people like us, like people that's spiritual and they're tapped into the inner sanction, the crystallized Holy Spirit. You know, they're not the religion Christianity, but they're tapped into the ojas that you grow from your semen. We're tapped into things that really matter. You know, like lose lustful thoughts and all these things. We're not really distracted by if you're spiritual, but we're pushed under the rug because we know we have a narrative that can push positivity, can push growth into the world, but we'll keep falling into a deep hole, you know, that the Matrix and the people that capitalize, the CEOs and these big old companies that make money off of us, that we spend all our money on, and these bills that we pay every month. America is just a fucking joke, bro. It's a joke. But I appreciate y'all for watching. We're 11 minutes in. If y'all new to the channel, leave a like, subscribe, comment, Q on the mission. We out. Peace.